The Trump administration confirms that they are in talks to take a 10% stake in Intel. They want to try to revive the struggling chip maker. Economist Steve Moore joins me now. Steve, I thought this administration was going to get away from government industrial policy.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is, and I'm very much against the government taking ownership in any company. I think it's a really bad idea. I think it's bad for markets, and you call it industrial policy, I call it corporate welfare, but it never works out, and so a bad idea. I hope President Trump backs away from it.
And we saw from the previous administration, when you send money there directly from the taxpayers, it didn't help the company at all. The company went way down. They had to fire thousands of workers.
You know, there's this sort of fascination with government industrial policy, but you and I are old enough to remember. I think I might be a little older than you, but remember in the early 80s, everybody was talking about Japan. Remember, Japan's going to take over the world because they have a national industrial policy and they're giving all this money to their companies. And since then, at that point, our Dow Jones was at 1,000. Now we're at 40,000. Their stock has not moved at all virtually over the last 40 years. I don't understand why we always have this fascination with the government trying to guide industries. But look what's happened to the wind and solar industry. After hundreds of billions of dollars, they're nowhere.
We're going to be talking about that in just a minute. But I want to talk about oil. Gas prices and oil prices have been falling specifically because of what this administration has done. How much further could prices go down? And clearly, that's helping the inflation stats.
What a great story this is. It's a perfect story. It's basically we're now producing more oil and gas than ever before in the history of our country by a little bit. I mean, we're surpassing the past highs. And at the same time, David, the price of gasoline is falling, and so the official government Department of Energy now says that they believe that gas prices will fall below $3 a gallon next year. Wow. It's been a long time since we've had that. And remember, under Joe Biden, remember, David, at one point we had what, $5 a gallon gasoline.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. By the way, I was just in Cape Cod. It was under $3 in Cape Cod, which is not a cheap place to buy gas. Steve, thank you very much.